one very critical component about Devi is her ability to instantly gratify somebody's need. And this comes out very beautifully in the Shiva Puranam and the Linga Puranam, where we are familiar with this part of the story, that Brahma and Vishnu are in a small tiff about who is more superior. And in that, there are lots of heads nodding, so I can race past that part. And we see the Jwala Lingam emerges at that point, and they both take it upon themselves, Brahma and Narayana, to find the beginning or the end of it. Brahma goes atop, as we know, and Narayana takes the form of Varaham, a boar, a wild boar, and he goes down searching. Narayana doesn't find the end of it, so he comes back. Brahma takes a Ketaki flower that's dropping, and he bribes the Ketaki flower, saying, "You will say that I picked you up from the top of the Jwala Linga." The Ketaki agrees, and that is our first introduction to bribery in the Puranams. And once the Ketaki flower and Brahma come down, unfortunately the main officer knew who was being bribed and who was bribing, so he caught them both red-handed. And when he emerges from the Jwala Lingam, of course he curses the Ketaki flower, saying it will be never be used in his worship. But he looks at Brahma. At this point, Brahma had 5 heads, and he takes off the top head. There are 4 heads and 1 is on top, which is why you'll never see Brahma with 5 heads, because the 5th one is chopped off by Rudra. And he chops off that. At this point, he has the dosham of Brahma Hatya. Again, this is as a Leela. It is not that Parameshwara actually attains any kind of a dosham, but it's a Leela. So he takes the skull now, and at this point, Brahma says to him that I was very much in the wrong to have made that mistake and to have taken the flower and asked for a lie. But by chopping off one of my heads, there is a dosham on you now of Brahma Hatya. It is a very interesting pun on the word Brahma Hatya. But now you have my head in your hands, and this skull, then you are now holding the Kapalam of Brahma. Until this skull of mine that you are holding, until that is filled with something, filled with food, you will not be rid of your curse. So Shankara takes this Kapalam from place to place, and he roams across Bharatavarsha, trying to see where it can be filled. And at that point, he comes down to the river, by the river Bhadra. He sees his own Ardhangini, his own Shakti, is sitting there, and he stretches out the Kapalam and he says, pour. When she is about to pour food into it, he smiles and he declares to all the Devatas, because all the Devatas have come to watch this scene, and he declares to all of them, saying, lest any of you wonder, from when she pours into my cup, her cup will not become empty, because she is Purnam. She is full of every Anubhavam. She is Annapoorna. Annam is not literally, it is also food, but Annam also translates to Anubhavam, or experience. She is filled with experience, and she passes on all that experience that we need. So she fills his Kapalam, and he is rid of the dosham of Brahmahatya. So this happens in the powerful Kshetram of Horanadu Annapurneshwari, this particular Mahima. And if you look at Horanadu Annapurneshwari's Kshetra Mahatmyam also, in every other temple, the procedure is that after the Mahamangalarti is performed, that is when devotees are fed. But it is only in Horanadu Annapurneshwari Kshetram that after all the devotees are fed, only then is the Mahamangalarti performed for Annapurneshwari, because there her Pradhana Karyam is that of feeding. She is a mother. And the Swarupam of Annapurneshwari is a little different in Horanadu than it is in Kashi. In Horanadu Annapurneshwari, she stands with the Vara and the Abhayakaram. That is the same Swarupam that you see in the first stotram, the first verse of Adi Shankaracharya's Annapoornashtakam. So we present to you that beautiful Swarupam which talks about her giving fearlessness, Varabhayakari, Saundarya Ratnakari, Nirdhuta Akhila Ghora Pavanakari, etc. And leading that into the eternal favorite composition, Annapoorne Vishalakshi.
Nityanandakari Varabhayakari Saundarya Ratnakari Nityanandakari Varabhayakari Saundarya Ratnakari Nirdhuta Akhila Ghora Pavanakari Pratyaksha Maheshwari Nirdhuta Akhila Ghora Pavanakari Pratyaksha Maheshwari प्रलेयाचल वंश पावनकरी प्रलेयाचल वंश पावनकरी काशीपुराधीश्वरी भिक्षां देहि करावलंबनकरी माता अन्नपूर्णेश्वरी भिक्षां देहि कृपावलंबनकरी माता अन्नपूर्णेश्वरी अन्नपूर्णे विशालक्षी अन्नपूर्णे विशालक्षी अन्नपूर्णे विशालक्षी अन्नपूर्णे विशालक्षी अखिल भुवन साक्षी कटाक्षी अन्नपूर्णे विशालक्षी अखिल भुवन साक्षी कटाक्षी अन्नपूर्णे विशालक्षी अखिल भुवन साक्षी कटाक्षी अन्नपूर्णे उन्नत गर्द तीर विहारिणी उन्नत गर्द तीर विहारिणी ओंकारिणी दुरिता दिनवारिणी उन्नत गर्द तीर विहारिणी ओंकारिणी दुरिता दिनवारिणी अन्नगाभरण रागी पुराणी अन्नगाभरण रागी पुराणी परमेश्वर विश्वेश्वर भास्वरी अन्नपूर्णे अन्नगाभरण रागी पुराणी परमेश्वर विश्वेश्वर भास्वरी अन्नपूर्णे विशालक्षी